And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to Quiet Place Tarot. My name is Coy, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a set of quick announcements, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, if interested, individual reads are back up and open. Either message or email me directly. Link is on main, and we'll set that up, okay? So, crab people, snip, snip. I love doing that for you guys. What are we looking at in this round of reads? As the Spring Awakening, reawakening videos, where I'm trying to get a lot of stuff back in order and really get back into the channel now that I have more time and space to just invest in the ways that I want to. I'm still comfortable with having the career reads being in the middle of the rotational cycle for the publishing cycle. What does that mean? Career reads, as I define them, are the opportunities, ventures, possibilities, partnerships, flat out jobs sometimes, the things that we want to pour ourselves into and get back from, right? Both labor and monetarily, but also opportunity and otherwise. So as a preamble to the read, Cancer, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even if it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you or mislead you. Trust me, I have 12 signs to talk to. That is a lot of lying I would have to go through just to make things work out. Okay, we're not doing that. Instead, we lay our cards out on the table, and good or bad, come rain or sunshine, we talk about it. Because at the end of the day, tarot is a conversation, just an energetic one, right? So follow along with me in your career read today, Cancer. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. We're going to start over here and move forward in past, present, future orientation. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Cancer in their career read. What are the cards you need us to see for Cancer in their career read today? Got it. When it flies out, I take the Sun and the Tower. What is happiness, and how do things come crashing and burning? What else? Because those two popped out, but they're very polar opposite energies. I wonder what's going on, Cancer. Show us cards we need to see, please, for crab people. Okay. The Magician. Here's the thing. You are not manifesting disaster. We're not even going to go down that route, because the Magician has autonomy and control. This is what we bring about for ourselves. The Tower, by definition, is outside of our control, right? It's a force that comes in, creates a bunch of chaos and havoc, and swoops in for the reason of ultimately pointing you in a better and more right direction, even if it's something that you may not immediately be comfortable with. And then we have the Sun, which is something we were so comfortable with. It gave us fulfillment and something that we, let's be honest, happily worked for. Whatever happened in the past, Cancer, I'm looking at somebody who, they had a bunch of things in order, then some terrible stuff happened, and now at least that part, or there's a huge and major blockade in that career path, right? That happened a while ago. But whatever that is meant to be for you, we still have to ask, okay, did it make you happy? Yes. Did you find purpose in it? Maybe. Dig at what's deeper, because whatever broke apart, it broke apart with a good reason. And I don't think you're at fault for it. It's just, gosh, you put so much labor and effort into it, and then it went up in smoke. Okay. We're probably going to come back to that eventually. Next, what about the present day? What of the here and now? Down the middle. Show us the cards we need to see, please, for Cancer in his career read. What of the present tense? still contemplate over it. The moon, the card of Pisces. Why so? The Three of Cups. Okay. Trying to make connections with the right persons and the right people. Five of Wands. Kicking the hornet's nest. Okay. I don't know what happened at this prior venture, Cancer. I really don't. Essentially, we're kind of reconnecting with others about, what happened that was the firestorm from the past. But part of us still wonders, what if? And so we're tempted to, dive back into that venture, that field. But the problem is, whatever massive event happened, it's still having this aftermath effect. Otherwise, the Five of Wands will never come out, right? If we were just in a state of wonder, trying to explore the what if, that Three of Cups and something different, then I could say, yeah, let's revisit this concept with another person who knows about the situation, and let's try to collaborate on that. Here, why are we reuniting with something that we already know is just conflict ridden? I mean, I get that you want it, right? And at one point it was very cool and good for you. That isn't the question, but whatever past situation is still having its aftermath effects. In some ways, it's still ongoing. So us reconnecting or trying to reconvene for right now, even though you're very tempted to, Cancer, it's only going to, just like here in the picture, if you can't see, you're going to kick the hornet's nest. It's not that you can't revisit it. It's that there's a lot of problems attached if you do. Okay? So in the future orientation, source of cards that we need to see, please, upon this read. Future orientation for Cancer in this read. Okay, Three of Swords. First card that comes out, the notion of heartbreak and remorse. Two of Pentacles, that things can in fact balance out. And Seven of Cups. Yeah. Sometimes it be like that. The notion of possibility. Let's put all that together underneath it all. The Hangman, time will tell if we actively observe and try to make the right choices. In our future orientation, it is hard for us to let go of whatever we worked so hard for in the past. But hey, we can make other things balance out. There's more possibility than what we're giving ourselves credit for right now. Cancer, it was taken away for a reason. You moved away for a reason. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my bracelet. There we go. You moved away from whatever this was for a reason. Trust why you did it. I know it could have brought in more income, more, quote unquote, networking connections, but that tower was a humongous issue that happened. And so in the future, again, emotionally, we're not ready to let that possibility go, because what about all the work I did for you? How about all the things that you learned from it? Let me put a spin on it. How about all the things that you learned from it, and now all the other possibilities that can open up when we apply that, right? It's not that you gain nothing. It's just that it didn't come out picture perfect in the way that you thought it did, right? So if we keep on looking back over something that has trouble written all over it, then we might end up repeating the process, but even worse this time. Instead, we accept the heartbreak, but also understand, no, it wasn't a total loss. There's a lot to be gained. And so the purpose of the Hangman here, active observance, trying to understand everything going on. How did everything come to this point? Well, if we might learn the lesson in a different way, even if it's not the way that we originally preferred or understood it to be. And what I'm seeing for you, Cancer, is that, yeah, there was something you worked really hard for and created a lot of joy and monetary compensation in your life that had to come crashing down. Now, in the future, you didn't lose your skills. If nothing else, I will say this, you did not lose your skills, and that's why possibility is open. The thing is, you got to look in different directions. This has trouble written all over it. Please do not go back. Okay, next, cards of connection, reveal connective energies, please. The bridge gap between all time-based orientations for Cancer in this career read. What is held between the past and present tense, or the what was and the what is? Okay, yeah. 4 Wands. And before I make that call on the 4 Wands, Judgment. Okay, yep. And what about that? The 2 of Cups. Interesting. Normally, love does not come up in these reads, at least from an intimate partner bonding. Here, it does. Whatever was swept away in the past. What's the nicest way to put it? I'm looking at a Cancer who the baby got thrown out with the bathwater, which is the metaphor I'm trying to use for not only did this job get taken away, but a relationship. Like everything had to go. And in that way, the universe was looking out for you when all this went down. Everything had to go. I know it felt right for whatever this venture was for you, but there was a relationship, an intimate partner relationship that also had to go. Whatever this that turned into an absolute tragedy was, that had to go. Like everything had to go for your best interest at heart. If we look back towards that, then also this starts to come back as well. Next, between the present and the future, show us the cards that we need to see, please. Between the here and now and the what if. What is held in between these energies? The Empress. Good. I like this for you. The best and most productive version of yourself. Always great to pull the Empress in a career read. You've stepped your game up in the meantime. Do not regress. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Are you having as much monetary money success that you did for whatever situation that eventually went up in flames in the past? Maybe not. Or you feel like you're losing out on opportunities, or you're losing ground with what you worked so hard to gain. Okay. But what else did you gain from it? Eight of Swords. When we feel like we have no choices, that in fact points us in the direction of the choice that we do need to make. And what I'm seeing right now, Cancer, is that I don't know if it's financial pressure right now, or, just wanting, things to be instantly better for you in the circumstance. But we're tempted to look back at a quote unquote job or employment opportunity, or a partnership, a business venture that ultimately went up in smoke for a good reason, and also was kind of attached to an intimate partner in some way, shape, or form. Given your circumstance, it all differentiates from people to people on an individual basis. But our temptation to look back at it just for, I just want the money. That's also going to bring all this stuff back up that you had to leave behind. And it's only going to get worse for this job type situation. You gained a lot from it. Now separate. Underneath it all, 10 Swords. It's a wrap. Painfully, it's done and over with. Yes, it could be monetarily lucrative for you, but what else will you lose in that process? It's not going to be fun. As we move towards resolution, first define all the major arcana strewn across the table in this read, then a pattern. Let's look at that Tower first. I'm just so curious. What was the break apart moment? Show us the cards we need to see. Please define the Tower for Cancer in this read. And that's very interesting. The Wheel of Fortune. The things that we're building with time. And again, because that's behind the Tower, those are things beyond your purview, beyond the scenes of what you saw, Cancer. It runs deep. And trust me, whatever fell apart, you had absolutely no control over. This was a quote unquote above your pay grade. Fair enough. Next, to the Magician. Summoning impossibility. Good. And when all this went down, you were still getting you right. Never forget that. You were setting up, you were going to be okay. You survived it. promise you. So to the Sun, separation. Nine of Pentacles, autonomy, our power of choice. And here, I'm going to stay as far as I can away from this. Good, good, good. Next to the Moon, one of the things we don't understand, the world. Right now, having such a definitive statement underneath the things that, we're still contemplating, the what ifs, we're not there anymore. Physically, labor-wise, or otherwise. We're just not there. And so this temptation that we have to look back, it's only opening up a burnt out chapter. Next, there's Judgment. Lovers. So, because there's so much, intimate partner energy attached to all of that, I'm going to go on a limb and say, this job will bring you back into contact with somebody that you broke up with. That's the first, which is already an incentive to say no. But the next is that it doesn't mean that you didn't find purpose in what you were doing, Cancer. You definitely did. The question is, what do we do now that we've realized it? That, hey, yeah, I had a horrible experience in the falling out of whatever happened at this job, but I'm still good at what I do. I still got a lot on my resume. Now, what does that mean? I want you to explore that rather than just saying it can only be tied to going back to a situation that went up in flames. To the Empress, Six of Wands, a victory is had. And in realizing our skills, realizing our prowess, we are able to say, no, I'm worth it. I did the right things to get there. In a crossing pattern. So, in the Empress, in the best and most productive version of ourselves, the High Priestess. Yeah. Trusting our gut, trusting our instincts. Yeah, it's pinging on your radar. It absolutely is. But not to go back to it, but maybe to start your own stuff. Don't be tempted to go back just because it's convenient. I want us to expand our minds here. Trust in your skills, Cancer. There's a lot going on and a lot that you have going for you. If we understand that, then let us produce our own. Whatever this was that went up in flames, take your skills, take all the possibility you had for yourself, and do your own thing with it. Resolution, Temperance, cross Sagittarius, that things do in fact heal with time and therefore pathways become open. How so? Seven of Pentacles, we accept things for where they are, not just simply where we want them to be. Underneath it all, the Hangman, observation. And here, I think when we put these two Hangmen together, alongside that Ten of Swords, instead of looking back and wishing, the money was good, the network was good, no, maybe I got the skills now and could, do all that stuff now to build my own. It ended for a reason. I got to keep it there. So what do we see in your read today, Cancer? An opportunity that had a chaotic end in the past that you were able to save yourself from. Also one that impacted your intimate partner life in some way, shape, or form. It came to end for a reason. And now you're seeing signs that, oh, well, wouldn't it be nice if we were back in the industry in some way, shape, or form? Yes, but not in the way that you originally think. What we're saying is that in the initial onset, it would be easier to just go back if the opportunity was there. Thing is, there's a dumpster fire. Do not go back to that. But when it comes to being able to create our own opportunity, no, that is what is available. I do not want you to lose sight of that. You have a lot at your fingertips, at your disposal. It's time for you to put the pedal to the metal in that regard. And so the best of ourselves is coming out, but we got to accept that whatever pathway that went up in flames for a reason. Was it fun? Absolutely not. But originally, where we were in pain because we lost monetarily and we lost other things, now we can understand good riddance. I can't want for this anymore. So that's why I got in your read today, Cancer. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, take your skills, take your foundation, and create something new, something just for you. Maybe that was the point of it all. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.